Look at the tomatoes. Look at that. Look at that. My neighbor's dogs didn't miss that. Oh my God, spider web, y'all. Hello, welcome to Yellow Door Urban Homestead. I am Asia and I'm an urban gardener growing in a small space out in my backyard. Y'all, I'm back from vacation. Literally got back probably 4 hours ago. It was pouring down raining. We about to go outside. But y'all, I returned home to like birthday gifts. And I just want to say thank y'all. And before I left, I went to my post office box and I checked. But this week, I'm gonna go through and kind of show y'all what people sent and just say thank you, because y'all didn't have to do that. And I didn't have a chance to go to my post office box when I got home. It was too late. I wanted to just say thank you, but we will go through this and I'm gonna check my post office box Monday. Maybe we'll do a live so I can say thank you, but it stopped raining. It stopped raining, y'all. And so I figured we could do a quick garden tour so we can look. Now, I've been out here already. I put a whole coat on with a hood, a winter coat with a hood, and put my boots on. And I've been out here and I looked, but I didn't get to do anything. It was literally pouring down raining. But it's looking so good out here. My son did a great job at keeping my garden alive. Also, he said it rained quite a bit while we were gone too. So super, like, it looks so good out here, y'all. Now, you can tell there's been some caterpillars. I also got a snail or two when I came out here earlier, but the main garden looks good. It was time for us to kind of redo the green stalks anyway, so I didn't ask him to like keep up with the green stalks, because that would have been what, 8, I think, green stalks for him to keep up with. I don't know, I got another one in the house. And I'm waiting for their October sale too, like I know a lot of us are, because I'm gonna get other colors before they before they're not gonna come back again. So it's drizzling a little bit, but I think that we could go out here. It's not gonna be a long video, but I just want to show y'all what the garden is looking like when I returned home from vacation, which it looks really good, y'all. It looks so good. I'm not gonna lie, I love going on vacation, but at the same time, I'll be like, oh my goodness, I don't want my garden to die. Anyway, let's take a quick look. Not gonna be a long video, I don't think. So in no real exact order or whatever, we absolutely have eggplants that need to be harvested. So yeah, we have some peppers that need to be harvested. Look at this eggplant, y'all. That's wild. It's kind of big, also turning yellow. But look at all of the rest of them. There's more up here. And like they're still just growing. We got beans that we need to come out here and get. This basil has pretty much gone to flower, so we'll have to worry about that and take care of that when we come back. Look at the tomatoes. These are the tomatoes, you remember I planted, I think, in July. Look at all of those tomatoes on there. I'm super excited, and a lot of flowers. I am very much at this point a believer in switching my fertilizer. I said that in another video, but like I'm a believer in switching for plants that need to flower now. I can't believe it took me 5 years to become a believer, but now I am. Oh my God, the lettuce looks horrible, y'all, and it is full of water. Like the tray is full of water. I'm gonna start feeding that to the chickens, but I'm gonna show y'all. Hello, puppy. She's so happy we home, y'all. She is so happy we home. We happy too. My daughter was ready to go 2 days ago so she could see this dog. But yeah, so we're happy to be home and the dog is happy for us to be home. Look at this green stalk, y'all. That's the herb green stalk. OMG. Look at the chives. Oh, look at that. Look at that. I'm not gonna worry about that stuff right now. But like the chives look amazing. This is the parsley that was sitting in the orchard area, and I just decided, you know what, might as well try to plant it. It looks amazing. Pretty sure this is one of the yarrows that came out of one of those bags. Look at the sage. It looks so good. Now what I am worried, or not worried, but want to see is what the rosemary looks like at the bottom. Okay. That still looks good. The rosemary still looks good. I'm probably gonna cut that a little more. But like, look at all of this parsley, y'all. It just looks so good. All right, let's keep moving because it's definitely supposed to rain again, like actual rain. Yeah. We're gonna start feeding this to the chicken. Look at all that water in there. My son said it rained quite a bit while we were gone. I'm probably gonna have to start my snapdragons again. Everything is over here sitting in water. And we probably gonna try onions another time too, because I mean, they look okay. We might try to put some of them in there. Also, pretty much lost all of the herbs that I had started. I'm very sad about that. I'm not gonna lie. The rosemary is still alive, but the oregano and the thyme, that is gone, unfortunately. And most of the snapdragons are too. But look, and there's plenty. This is the purple rain tomato. Plant is not looking good, and I guess with all of the rain, it was kind of like beating them up. So like that one should be sitting up, but it's not, which is fine. You know, it is what it is. And then we have beans that we need to come and harvest. I'm pretty sure I'm gonna get all of this stuff harvested tomorrow if the weather permits. Anything that needs to be harvested, because I do believe that this week I'm gonna just clear these. But like, look at that purple rain tomato right there. That's another one. Like, it just took some time to get started. Not sure why. And then we got calendula coming back. And then this tomato plant fell over. It's a purple rain too. Probably needed a taller stake, but I just lifted it up when I came out here. And even the blackberry green stalk doesn't look horrible. It doesn't look horrible. It doesn't look great. But like, this is some dinosaur kale. So that's looking better than it did when I left for sure. And there's some curly kale here. So it's looking better. This is a purple rain tomato. It flipped over too. I picked that up when I came out here earlier. But it's got a tomato on it and a whole bunch of flowers. So I'm thinking that when I clear these green stalks, I'm probably gonna leave these tomatoes just because. Oh yeah, and the celery. The celery's looking good down at the bottom. We love that for me. Now the blueberry green stalk was pretty much just strawberries anyway. And if you remember, I had put some of my onions in here, and some of them actually look decent. Some of them look decent. And then you got a bean plant down here with a bunch of beans that I need to come and harvest. So the garden did pretty well. This is one we're gonna have to save for seed because it hadn't turned yellow. Oh, more beans right here. Is that I don't know what that is. It looks gross though. And some peppers still in here. Look at all of these beans, y'all. They are everywhere. I'm super excited. They're a little bigger than I want, but you know, it is what it is. More peppers right there. And then there's a bunch of bean plants down here. Don't know how many beans are on it. But yeah, I was so excited when I came back because I was like, I felt like things were gonna be a little crispy, but my son said that it rained a good amount. Now we lost these zucchinis. These zucchinis just look bad, so we're gonna have to pull those out. So we'll go ahead and work on this lemon green stalk for sure in the next few days. Some beans down there too, and that's the other zucchini. They just look bad. And I think if I had been home though, they would have kept going, but I wasn't. More beans right there. Look, more right there. They're bigger than I would like, but they still are nice sized beans. My neighbor's dogs didn't miss that. That's the lavender. Oh y'all, look at all of these, what you call those things? Oh my goodness, I can't remember, but y'all, cosmos. They are everywhere. Y'all were right. We just pull them out. But yeah, they are all on the ground. They are everywhere. Oh, very excited to see that my seedlings made it. So we're gonna put a lot of this into the green stalks. Whatever we can salvage out of here, we're gonna put in the green stalks and we're gonna keep it moving. These onions look real good though. So I'm pretty excited about that. I might move the other ones to this table, but we got a few seedlings left too. So I'm excited about that. There isn't much going on in that greenhouse. A lot of it is still alive, some of it not so much. So it's no need to really go in there because I'm pretty sure I'm gonna have to replant, which is fine. And I may go and buy some starts from my local feed and seed, honestly, because I don't think I have enough to fill these green stalks. Like I said, I have another green stalk in the house, and I'm planning to buy two when they have the sale. It'll match with my area over here, so I'm planning to get the peppercorn and the black when the sale comes up. Anyway, let's keep moving in case it starts raining. So now my potato tower does not look good. I don't really know what happened, why it happened, if it was too much rain. Of course, we're not gonna pull it or nothing. I'm more than likely definitely gonna dig down in it. I ain't gonna lie, because I want to see what's going on in there. But yeah, the potato tower does not look amazing. But y'all, looky here. OMG. Oh, the other side of that green stalk, the lilac looks absolutely horrible. I don't know what happened on this side, but it looks absolutely horrible. But look, we got peppers in here. That's a jalapeno. Very nice. Oh, I didn't even see this. This is not the same one I showed you earlier. That's another eggplant. So we really got to get out here. But, oh, back here, we had quite a bit of pest pressure back here. For some reason, it's more back here than anywhere else. So these are broccoli. Those are collard trees. So yeah, we have to figure that out. But the garden in general looks really nice. These are kohlrabi leaves. I don't think I've ever grew kohlrabi leaves that big. Like, kohlrabi leaves are edible too, y'all. So I've eaten them before. I like them. I did fertilize before I left, and I'm guessing that was a good idea for me, because look at these garden beds. And it's been a week, so of course this is a week's worth of growth too. But y'all, look at here. It looks so good out here. I know I keep saying that, but I was very nervous. I'm not gonna lie. And the basil plants, look at that guy. Always gonna be somewhere. That's not a friend. Anyway, the basil plants look pretty good. Matter of fact, look at that. That's a broccoli that's in a bag with a basil. Some of them look good, some of them don't. The basil also trying to go to flower, so we're gonna come out here and get that. I stepped back to the front, and so if you remember, we just planted this broccoli that's on this side, and there's a potato growing in that one too. But this is the green Goliath broccoli, and that's growing amazingly. It's a potato in there as well. Oh, look. The peas coming on up the trellis. They are definitely being shaded, so I need to get in there and figure that out. But that's the green Goliath broccoli. That's looking good. I can't remember which ones are in this bag. Oh, I put labels in them, so that's a plus. So this is green Goliath as well, it looks like. The garden is looking good. And then this pepper plant over here, the one I keep telling y'all about, y'all, look at that. Look at that pepper and all those peppers down there. I am super happy I did not get rid of this plant. Look, there go another one right there. These are poblanos. One right there too. Poblanos. And then the basil still growing. But looky here. And that's the caterpillar that I missed earlier. But these are some of the newer broccoli starts that I put in here. So some of them took off nicely, others did not. And we're not gonna worry about that. If a bag is empty during the fall, it'll just be empty. It's not a big deal. Like I said, I do though plan to go to my local feed and seed. I do not feel like starting any more seeds. Well, I take that back. Oh my God, spider web, y'all. Whew. Okay. I do plan to start some seeds. So like cilantro, that's a quick one I can start. I am going to start some more snapdragons because I really do want those in the garden. But like more broccoli, cabbage, that stuff, I'm not starting no more. I will just go to the local feed and seed and grab those. By the way, these here are, I want to say that yellow variety of tomato that I never can think of the name of. They started putting out fruit while I was gone too. And Lord, this little Brad's Atomic grape still holding on, and still producing. Like, it's still producing, y'all. It is, oh, and some of them is dying because I didn't take them off the plant. But it still looks really good for it to have been in here all year long. Like, yeah. Very happy with the way things look when I return home. Now, we got cabbage over here that's getting eaten up. So I definitely need to come in here. But what I do see is a dragonfly. So I'm like, okay, maybe it's gonna work for me. Let me show you. Like this one, you can see there goes a caterpillar. So just grab that off of there. But I also can see that it's trying to create a head. So we love that, but they don't look bad. In all, they don't look bad, and I'm not tripping at all. Some of them do, but others don't. And so we just gonna keep it moving. Now, I am gonna come out here and look a little bit better for caterpillars in the cabbage because they can really hide in the cabbage because of the way that cabbage grows. Like, there's a bunch of caterpillars in here. And I haven't sprayed anything. I don't plan to spray anything. I'm just gonna keep picking by hand. And then the roselle, you can see we starting to get the little Somebody told me, I can't remember it. Anyway, we starting to get them. So I'm excited to see those starting to grow. Oh, look at that. It's a snail. Y'all see it? I have found a lot of snails, a lot of them. So having straw out, you will start to see snails. It's a moist environment, so they have a moist environment to live in. That happens with straw. I was aware that that could happen, and so I'm not tripping too much. I'm just pulling them as I find them. So let's see what else. It looks so good out here. Oh, look at the zinnias. They dying at this point, but they still pretty. Meant to show y'all. So that bean plant moving right on up the trellis. I do think we're gonna get some more beans. And purple potted, there are some on here overgrown, need to get them off so the plant doesn't think that it's done doing its job, but it's going right on up the trellis. I planted them and they were shaded. Once I pulled the pumpkin down, they started growing. So very happy about that. So down here are our cabbage collards. They're looking good. This one doesn't look that good. I don't know what's going on with this one, but either way, they still down here growing nicely. And so I'm happy about that. On the other side, those are our Georgia Southern. So they are coming on up and growing too. This space is a little shaded, and so with that being said, they're kind of growing tall, but as long as they grow some vegetables, I'll take it. And it's the leaves, you can eat the leaves. Matter of fact, that's what you're growing it for, the leaves. The chicken area is so wet and muddy. I gotta figure that out. It is so wet and muddy over there. Anyway, the carrot bed is looking like it's been rained on, but in general, the carrot leaves and stuff look really good. Once it warms up out here and the sun comes back out, I'm sure all of this will sit back up, so not really worried about that. This is the St. John's wort. Y'all remember this was like a little stick, just like a little vine of leaves. That's the St. John's wort, so very excited to see that. Also, these oddly shaped Jimmy Nardellos are starting to ripen. I am walking through a spider web. They're starting to ripen, so we'll be harvesting those soon. And this is one of our golden marconis. It has not started to ripen, but we got one down here that's ready to go. And also our habaneras as well. So I don't know what this is, but it's not producing anything. It has flowers on it, but I don't see any actual peppers. And then down here, we have some shishitos that's ready to go, and there's a red one. We won't be eating that. But yeah, really excited. Over here, you know, I was thinking these were Brussels sprouts. I still don't think they Brussels sprouts now. And there were quite a few snails over here. So with that being said, I did come out earlier and pull the snails off, but it's okay. We have time to try to figure this out. They're not eating to the point that like they're gonna die. But you can see there's like a lot of holes, and it was snails, not caterpillars over here in this bed. So the pepper plant still not popping out peppers. These are jalapenos, and there are a bunch of them on here. Another reason why I really do believe you should switch, or at least I'm not telling anybody else to do it, that I should switch my fertilizers, because these plants are starting to really just like pop out peppers and pop out flowers, and I am so excited, y'all. So like for instance right here, look at that. This is a shishito. You see all of those shishito peppers on there? How awesome. How awesome is that? And I didn't get a lot of peppers this year, so I'm very happy. And we are more than likely just gonna let the peppers go to the first frost. Like I said, at this point, I don't have enough starts anyway. I'm gonna focus on getting the green stalks planted up at this point. And if these bags are empty come early spring, then I can do my next spring planting, early spring planting of brassicas, and that worked for me last year. So I am gonna leave some of these bags empty. It's gonna be the pepper bags. The peppers over here, looking good. This is a shishito, full of shishito peppers. Like, I can't wait to get out here. We probably gonna do a harvest video tomorrow if the weather works with us. This is a pimento pepper. Got a lot of peppers. You know, this is the cayenne. It's just been doing well. It's two of them right there. And then another shishito pepper down here. Yeah, so I'm excited. And then this is the bed. Remember, we used the mill grinds. I was very nervous. nothing happened. It looks so good. Pretty sure this is green magic broccoli, but yeah, it was fine. The soil was warm. It made me nervous, but in general, these plants look just fine. And we still need to come and get more grapes. And I did harvest these before I left. Didn't do it on camera, but some of them were not ready. And so with that being said, I did not harvest them. I'm very interested to see what's going on in this potato tower, y'all. If anything, oh, there's potatoes in there. Hold on, at least a potato right there. And it's not growing in the pocket. You know, that's what I was trying to figure out. So we're gonna just cover that back up and let this do what it does. Do what it do. I said what it does. But yeah, I'm happy to see that. The potato plants just look really bad. When I returned home, they just look bad. I'm still digging because y'all know it's oh yeah, there are potatoes in there. Love that for me. All right, we're gonna leave it alone this time. Also, look at this tromboncino squash. It is huge and it curled up and then came down. You see it up here. So that's the start of it. It's huge. And that is the bottom of it. And also, this thing is full of the dipper gourds. I don't know what I'm gonna do with them, y'all. But look, like that's the top. It goes around and then it comes down. That thing is huge. And then this one right here, I could go ahead and harvest that. That's turned brown. You just can't tell because I guess the weather has a little film on it, but it's turned brown. And the plant is actually all the way down here connecting to the broccoli. So I need to put it back up on the trellis. But for now, I'm just gonna leave it here and I'll put it back up on the trellis. But the plant is still growing too, so that's exciting. But I just wanted to do a quick tour. Since I just got home, I wanted y'all to see what things are looking like. I wanted to see what things were looking like too. And at first, like it was pouring down rain and I posted it on Instagram. But in general, the garden is looking amazing, y'all. It's looking absolutely amazing. We'll do a better tour probably at the end of the week, but I just wanted y'all to walk through with me. And I'm just happy that it survived. I'm happy that it survived. Anyway, I hope that you enjoyed this video. If you did, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Don't forget to visit me over on Instagram where I post about the things going on in my garden almost every day. Bye, y'all.